Here we are at Parappa Palace, which acts very much as an introductory type palace. It has a lot of simple enemies, it's a short dungeon, and it's easy to follow. Get to the elevator, and we want to head left, and the first enemies we see are these tin suits. These are incredibly annoying because they're infinite, and they just keep coming. They don't give you any experience points at all either. Really annoying, but just continue to the left, defeat the two bots if you can. If not, just kill one of them or none of them, and you'll find a Stalfos. The strategy I use against these Stalfos is to run, duck, and hit them with your sword. And they're pretty easy once you get the idea down, once you've fought enough of them, and they pretty much act as a free 30 experience points. Head all the way to the left, get the key, grab it, you have to hit it with your sword to pick it up, and now head back right. Kill the bots as they'll respawn, and here we have these tin suits again. And what sucks even more about these tin suits is that if they hit you, they'll actually take away some experience points. It's kind of annoying. They don't give you experience points, but they'll take it away if they hit you. Anyway, head to the right, use the key that we just got on the locked door, and now we can continue to the right. And here we have a bubble. And you can just stand here endlessly and hit this bubble if you'd like, and it gives you 50 experience points if you kill it. But with the level 1 or level 2 sword, it just takes forever, and it's not really worth it. We'll kill them later on when we have a stronger sword and we learn some new attack maneuvers. Here we go. I upgraded to the level 2 sword, and I usually do not like... I could have upgraded my magic or life earlier, but I chose not to because I don't like upgrading that unless I'm not filled with life. If I was hurt, if I didn't have full health, then I would upgrade my life because it fills up your life when it upgrades. Continue all the way to the right. You notice I passed an elevator earlier. We don't have what we need to go down that one yet. So I got to the second elevator and I head up, and now there's more tin suits here. Just keep defeating them, and right here you'll come across a key. But there's actually another key we need that's further to the right of this area. Just keep killing these tin suits. You notice this dungeon gets really repetitive with bubbles, Stalfos, tin suits, and bots over and over. Finally we come to a new enemy, and it's known as a Guma of sorts. And it throws these what looks like maces or like a ball and chain type thing. And the trick is you want to jump inside of them. And there's like a slight hesitation in between when the Guma throws these things. So jump inside, stab it, grab the key, and now we want to head back west. And you'll notice the bots, the tin suits, they continuously respawn. At least the bots give you free experience points. Just be careful. You don't want to waste health or lose experience points by hitting these tin suits, as it's sort of a waste, and some of the enemies later on in the dungeon do get a bit more challenging, so we want to try to conserve our health as best we can. Just let this bubble go by and kill the bots and continue to the left. And you can see that one dropped a magic jar, and what the magic jars do is, if I use magic, I haven't used this spell yet, and I got a magic jar, it would fill up my magic meter a little bit. Head down the elevator, and now we have these bubbles. This room is actually incredibly hard, but you can use Link and move him side to side to almost control where the bubbles will bounce, because they'll bounce off the edge of the wall. Regardless of whether there's actually a wall there, it bounces off the edge of the screen. It's hard to get by there without getting hit, so don't worry if you do. Continue to the west, you'll come across this bridge, and the ground will disappear once you step on it. But you'll see a points bag as you go through. You want to quickly jump and get that points bag without falling underneath into the lava, so you gotta move a little quickly. Continue to the left, and you'll find here yet another one of these Guma that are throwing these little maces at you, I suppose. This one's a little easier because it's on the ground level, so you don't have to worry about like the previous one we fought had those different edges. And here we have an orange iron knuckle, and these could be challenging at first, but one of the strategies I use is I jump and strike with my sword, and that guarantees basically a hit on the iron knuckle. So use that strategy, or you can just, when the shield is low, you can hit him high, or when his shield is high, you can hit him low. He's a bit challenging though, and it's good practice to kill these orange ones now, because in the future we'll be fighting red ones and eventually the much tougher like light blue ones, and those can be very challenging. As you can see, I got the candle all the way to the west, all the way to the left portion. And if you remember earlier, when I was on my way to Parappa Palace, I was in the Parappa Cave and it was dark. Now that we have the candle, we can see inside of caves, and we'll be going through numerous caves throughout the game. So now we want to head all the way right back towards that elevator. Kill the bots as they'll respawn, and here we have this very annoying bubble room. You can, like I said, you can control the walls, or you can somewhat control the bubbles based on the fact that you can control the walls, but it's hard to get by without getting hit. I mean, I almost always get hit there. You'll eventually reach the elevator, head up, and now we want to head all the way to the right to where we saw the other elevator. And now if you look at my, I'm at level 2, 2, and 2 for Sword, Magic, and Life. Basically, by the time you finish this dungeon, you want to be either at 3, 3, and 3, or 2, 3, and 4. And you want that because you're going to need, if you want to have your, basically you want to be fully upgraded by the time we get to the final palace, we need to upgrade at least 6 times by defeating the first palace. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself at the end of the game just mindlessly going through battle scenes upgrading. So I chose not to upgrade there because I want to get the sword upgrade at 500 experience points, as that's kind of important. It's much harder to upgrade your sword. It takes more experience points than upgrading either the magic, and the life is the easiest one. So here's yet another Guma, and like I said, you should be getting a little more used to these guys, and as well as the Iron Knuckle, as these are going to be, while they might seem like hard enemies here in Parappa Palace, once we get to the next palaces or the next more difficult areas, these guys are replace, basically act as the easy enemies. And as you can see, I have 450 experience points, and these Iron Knuckles usually give me 50 unless they give me a points bag, which they did. And doing that allows me to upgrade not only the attack to level 3, but also my health to level 3. And now when I beat the boss and I put the crystal at the end of the palace, I'll be able to get a level 3 in magic. And here we are at the boss battle. Horsehead. Use the shield spell, as it's the only spell we have. There's no reason not to. And the trick is you just jump, hit him in the head, and you want to retreat so you don't get hit by its large mace that it holds. Just keep jumping in and out, and there's really not much to this battle. I suppose it's a little hard to beat him without getting hit at all. It takes a little practice. I got hit a few too many times there, but it'll give you 50 experience points. It drops the key, pick it up, head right, and place the crystal into the statue. And now our experience points will automatically be upgraded to the next level up, which will be the magic at 300. So upgrade, and now leave the palace, and that concludes Chapter 1. Please join me for Chapter 2.